Hello everyone, so today we'll be going over 10 underrated mods in Forge, this time version 1.15 and 1.16. The reason why I'm including some 1.15 mods are because there are so many good ones and I just don't feel like leaving them out. Also, there aren't enough 1.16 mods for me to review at the moment. So the first 5 mods will be for 1.15 and the next 5 mods will be for 1.16. So without further ado, let's get started on this video. Alright, so the first mod that we have is Organic. Now, this mod is one of those mods that add a lot of content into this game. The thing that differentiates this mod from the others is the sheer quality of all of these items, armors, and mobs. So firstly, most of the textures of all of the items and armors are really detailed. And second of all, most of these items will have special effects. For example, for the Blaze one, I'll wear it first. So once you have the full set on, you'll be able to fly by pressing shift. And this is just really cool because you still have other potion effects too, and all the other armors will have different effects for you to explore around. This mod also adds a bunch of blocks, tree types, items into this game that looks really detailed and nice. This mod also adds free creatures into this game. Again, these models are just fantastic. For some reason, this one doesn't follow you, isn't hostile exactly, but when you get close to it, it will explode. Now I'm sorry, but I cannot exactly show all the contents in this mod, so maybe you have to download it to figure it out for yourself. But personally, I really like this mod and I hope you guys will check it out. Alright, so the next mod we have is That Future mod. Now this mod adds 2 creatures into this game, which you won't be too surprised to see. It's the Glow Squid and the Mooblooms. Now I know that I already added a lot of these mobs into my underrated mod list, but the thing that makes this mod special is how much interaction you can have with these creatures. So for example, the Mooblooms, if he dies he'll drop Buttercup and a horn. Now what you can do with a Moobloom is firstly, you can use a bowl to get Buttercup bowl, which you can then use to make suspicious stew. But if you want to drink it, it's gonna give you regeneration. It's quite nice. So with the Buttercup and with the horn, you'll be able to craft this, which is a Buttercup helmet. It doesn't look too good because I have Optifine installed and maybe there are some bugs. But basically, wherever I walk or run, I'm going to leave a trail of Buttercup, just like this. So for the Buttercup, it doesn't do much, it's just a source of yellow dye, I would think. But it's quite a cool hat. Now this is really interesting, is that when a bee sees a Moobloom, it will actually go near it, and the Moobloom will get a speed boost. And if you want it to become a normal cow again, you just need to cut it with a shear. And voila, we got a normal cow. Alright, so the next creature we have is the Glow Squid. On its own, it doesn't do much, just like usual. At night, I guess it kinda looks good. But the cool thing is, after you kill this Glow Squid, you'll be able to get the ink sac. Now I'm not going to do it by punching it because this actually gives you a permanent ink effect that you cannot even wash off with milk. So with the ink sac, you'll be able to craft these different stuff like wool, glass, concrete, terracotta with just the ink sac, and in my opinion they looks really pretty. So to summarize, although this is a rather small mod, I think that the interactions you can have with these creatures are what most mods lack. And I just think that these mods have so much more potential. Anyway, on to the next mod. Alright, so next up we have Caves and Cliffs mod. Now this is basically Caves and Cliffs update in 1.15.2. This is really cool because a lot of the Caves and Cliffs mod having really nice textures with the blocks, but they haven't exactly implemented it in the world generation yet. But for this mod, they nailed it. I mean, just look at these trees, they fit perfectly with the vanilla Minecraft. And not just that, they also added the cave generations, which is basically why people are checking out this mod. I'm really speechless because I really feel like I'm playing 1.17 right now. I think this is the best Cave and Cliffs update mod that I've seen ever since the update was announced. I mean, to be able to pull this off in such a short time is damn near impossible. So yeah, really great job and I hope you guys check it out. Alright, so the next mod we have is a crazily stunning horror dimension mod called The Dead Sea. Now I really wanted to do a mod review on this mod because it's really amazing, but I see that a lot of people already made it and I think it's not necessary. So what I decided to do instead is to put it in this mod list, and maybe I'll do a short preview of how playing this mod will be like, and you guys can decide if you like this mod or not. Personally, I fucking loved it. But as you can see, I'm not using shaders because it's not compatible yet, sadly, and I hope they will change that in the future. The way you start is by pressing the minus button on your keyboard and just press start. Before you start, you need to make sure that you have good gears because it's really hard to actually survive in this dimension. You will see when you get in. So I'll mute the mic now and you guys can decide if it's good or not. Alright, so the next mod that we have is kind of underwhelming compared to the other one, but this one is good nonetheless. It's called MobsPlusPlus. This is a really simple mod that allows the health bar of the mob to show above the name. Personally, I don't like to see the health of the mob on my GUI. It seems really redundant, and I feel like this one is more RPG style and it feels much better to just see the health bar like this. But at the end of the day, it's just personal preference, and which one you choose doesn't really matter as long as you're enjoying the game. So just a recommendation, you guys can check it out. Alright, so the next mod that we have is Summoner's Enchant. Now this mod adds 3 types of new enchantments into this game that gives you a chance to summon a minion to fight for you every time you attack. So the 3 types of summoners, or the 3 types of enchantments are Shadow Summoner, Light Summoner, and the Potion Master. So the good thing about this mod is that the enchantments can stack. What this means is that, for example, let's say that wearing a leather cap with this enchantment will give you a 5% chance of summoning a Shadow Summoner. But if you have the full stack on, or if you have one more item on, it will give you another 5%, another 5%, so in total it will give you 25. So what this means, if you have the full stack, you will have a likely chance to summon it every fight. Anyway, so now I'll show you how these enchantments will be when you actually put it to use. So let's start off with the Shadow Summoner. The Shadow Summoner will summon a Shadow Minion that will fight for you. But one problem that I often face is that I'm attacking my own minion through the collateral damage. Alright, so the next enchantment is the Potion Master. This one is quite self-explanatory. The difference is, every swing you have, it basically gives you a new potion effect, which is really cool, I guess, but it's also kind of overpowered. I don't know. I would choose this one over the other two anytime. Alright, so the last enchantment is Light Summoner. This is basically a minion that will throw good potions at you, for example instant health, regenerations. So overall, I would say that this is a pretty neat mod that allows you to do a lot of stuff that you cannot do in vanilla Minecraft, and makes enchanting a little bit more interesting than just putting sharpness onto your sword. Alright, so the next mod we have is a rather small mod, but I really enjoyed it. So this is Ice Baby. It's quite a silly name, but it basically adds the Iceologer into this game. So this is how he looks like. It looks really nice, it's quite detailed. Since they're aggressive to villagers, I'll show you how they attack villagers. So yeah, as you can see, the ice crowd doesn't really follow you that well, so if you run and rush at him, I think you can be able to beat him very easily. So what you can do with this is you can summon ice cloud above entities and they will do the trick. Alright, so the next mod we have is another really simple mod called Villager Respawn. It basically allows villager to respawn. I think respawn as a kid when you kill them or anyone else kill them. So as you can see, it will just disappear into nowhere and will become a little kid villager like this. So they will respawn next to their bed, and the good thing about this mod is that it's quite balanced. They don't respawn without any penalty. They respawn, their levels will be decreased, and of course all of them will be turned to little kids. Alright, so the next mod that we have is cute hermit crabs. Now this is a really simple mod that adds hermit crabs into this game. I may be a little bit biased here because I really like cute animals in Minecraft, and basically it looks like this. As you can see, it's really highly detailed, and what you have to do is you can feed it with kelp and they will create this little kid that looks equally as adorable. If you kill them, they will drop something called the shellmat. So the shellmat can be enchanted as usual, but even if you don't enchant it and if you wear it, you get the resistant effect. So yeah, it's quite a useful mob, and at least you can have some interaction with this mob. Alright, so the last mod that we have is Spoiled. Now this mod adds a really simple mechanic into the game, which is that when you hold food, it's gonna spoil. Now you can enable if you can see the spoiling progression, which I really recommend you do. And once it's spoiled, it will turn to rotten flesh. So if you want to keep your food from spoiling, you'll need to put it in a strongest box. Or if you want to, you can actually configure it to other chests, for example ender chest, in the configuration in the server file. So if you put it inside, it will not spoil. It's a really simple mod, but I think that this mechanic is really needed because food is a big problem early on in Minecraft, but after a while it doesn't feel like you're surviving anymore when you're holding stacks after stacks of steak, and I think it just makes survival a bit more interesting. But overall, it's a really cool mod, and yeah, it's the last one of them. Alright, so that's the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed it, remember to leave a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I usually make mod reviews every week, and I don't know, there are so many good mods in Forge, and I'm just thinking maybe I should change my series to Forge again. I don't know, what do you guys think? Comment below, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.